the country on a reliable trajectory. Guests of honor, excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the achievements so far recorded in the political and socio-economic spheres are beyond what many of us had imagined in the aftermath of the 1994 genocide against Tutsi. Under the leadership of President Paul Kagame, Rwanda has made tremendous strides in several sectors. Rwanda's achievements since the end of the genocide include, but are not limited to, very reliable security within Rwanda's borders, return and reintegration of millions of refugees, trial of over 1 million genocide suspects through the restorative Gacaca traditional justice system, universal health care now covering 90% of the population, universal primary and secondary education, diversification of the economy with tourism now emerging top foreign exchange earner, an average economic growth rate of 8% in the last 15 years, rebuilding of unity and reconciliation among Rwandans, establishing and strengthening of good governance institutions across the board, achieving gender parity, with women now representing 61% of members of parliament and 50% of cabinet members, funding for the vulnerable, including genocide survivors as well as orphans and widows, and instituting and strengthening democracy. Because of the many progressive policies, Rwanda has repeatedly been ranked one of the greenest, safest, peaceful, and among the fastest growing economies, not just in Africa, but globally. The 2018 Gallup Global Law and Order report currently ranks Rwanda as the second safest country in Africa. Rwanda's economy grew by 8.6% in 2018, exceeding the previously projected target of 7.2%. The economy is expected to grow by 7.8% in 2019. In 1994, nearly 100 of Rwanda's total budget was externally funded, but now relatively 67% of the 2018-2019 national budget was funded by domestic sources, and we are continuing to improve on this. Guests of honor, excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with the current phase of our liberation journey, Rwanda appreciates the support and solidarity of friends and partners. To all representatives of the various countries present with us here today, your support and friendship with the people of Rwanda is of great value to us. In that vein, I wish to take this opportunity to thank the people and government of the Republic of Zambia for their continued friendship, dedicated partnership and cooperation. The ever-growing bilateral relationship is anchored in the Joint Permanent Commission between both countries. I wish to note here that in the last 2.5 years, 7 memorandum of understanding across vital areas of mutual interest have been signed between both countries. We have seen exchange of high-level visits, including presidential. This underlines the value attached to this relationship, which is mutually beneficial to our nationals. Guests of honor, excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today the people of Rwanda are her biggest resource. We today are celebrating both their sacrifice and achievement. This is thanks to the overarching unity of purpose, ambition, an urge for dignity, and hope for achieving a true and all-round liberation. I wish to end my remarks with a quote from President Paul Kagame during Rwanda's liberation anniversary in 2012, and I quote, "As we begin the next stage of our journey, we will continue to have brought us this far: unity, hard work, mutual respect, and shared responsibility. I thank you for your kind attention. Murakoze.